15 investigators also revealing new inside information, photos and video about the Arizona Department of Corrections. Is our prison system doing enough to stop the spread of COVID-19, both behind bars and outside prison walls? Department officials aren't saying much, but insiders are flooding ABC 15 investigator Dave Biskobing with messages, and all of it raises serious concerns.
I know you hear from a lot of inmates and their families. What have you been hearing? What concerns you?
Well, we've had over, I'd say, roughly 200 or so phone calls, emails, and now we're starting to get letters from inmates. And one of the letters that I got over the weekend contained this bar of soap.
Donna Ham is with Middle Ground Prison Reform, and here's a photo of that soap for reference, about the size of 2 quarters.
But this is now the bar that the Department of Corrections is handing out to people as part of their supposed deep cleaning, and inmates are being instructed to use this bar in their deep cleaning process.
Oh, so not just for their bodies, but for their cells, or what?
Yes, this is supposed to be the disinfectant, if you will. Some inmates are telling me that they are also being handed a rag with supposedly that's been soaked in Clorox so that they can wipe down surfaces. Of course, they don't know what's on the rag because they don't see whatever is being applied to the rag.
Dozens of inmates and their families have written to ABC 15 and reported the same things, many saying they can't even get the free soap. Officers have also contacted us, saying they don't have enough cleaning or protection supplies. Here's what the main officer union director told us last week.
I mean, for the love of God, right now they're giving us bleach in a bottle, one bottle with bleach in it, no supplies to clean them. They're telling you guys that they have a robust plan that includes deep cleaning of the pots.
In response to an emergency motion filed in federal court last week by attorney advocates, the Department of Corrections told the judge their plan to prevent and manage a COVID-19 outbreak hinged on several things. Here's some key points. One was the free soap and weekly deep cleaning of prisons, but also no visitation, screening of employees before they enter, and the, quote, stoppage of all routine internal movement of inmates across all prison complexes.
One thing I'm starting to hear now over the weekend especially, our inmates are reporting a lot of people amongst them that are sick, right? And that they're starting to report movement, in between intra-prison and inter-prison. So not just in their own internal prisons, but from prison to prison. Is that something you've been hearing?
Yes, and the department specifically indicated to the federal court that they were halting those intra-prison movements for the very reason that seems logical, so that they're not mixing inmates around and spreading things.
For example, union leaders say 50 women are scheduled to move from Perryville prison to Douglas later this week, and inmate work crews are still going out into the community every day and then back into the prisons. Here's video from an ABC 15 viewer taken yesterday and this morning outside their Phoenix home. And here's more video captured by ABC 15 journalists. Inmates walking around, working, sitting at the state capitol Monday, in eyesight of all our state leaders encouraging us to limit the spread.
This is a public safety issue that impacts the community every single time an inmate or a staff member goes outside the prison.
We have 42,000 inmates. We have about 9,000 ADC employees. I mean, these could be hubs of major community spread.
Especially if there's an outbreak. There's a huge amount of inmates who get out every month because their sentence is up.
Just under 1,600 a month. Those people are coming out and they're coming into the community all over in every county in Arizona. So we need to be concerned about them being protected as well as the staff because they go in and out every day.
I'm investigator Dave Biskobing, ABC 15, Arizona.
Also new tonight, a federal judge just denied that emergency motion by inmate advocates. The motion filed last week by the Prison Law Office and the ACLU. While the court says it doesn't have the power to force the state to do more in this case, like testing and reducing the prison population, it hammered prison officials for their past failures. Following our questions, the Department of Corrections issued an update to its plan. Officials admitted for the first time that 6 inmates have been tested and the results are pending. The department also says it will now significantly reduce work crews and use them on an as-needed basis.
School district